All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna step outside real quick and go check on the plants. While I do that, give me just a second. First and foremost, my name is Daddy. My channel is learning how to lol. I am learning how to lol. There we go. Sorry. Just woke up. Finally got actual sleep. Man, oh, it feels good to get some sleep. But coming out here, I'm sorry, Sonny. I can't do anything about your pedals anymore. But what I can do, you do have another little one going now. Look at that. Oh, she's on the backside. Okay, I gotta get you some water, baby. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to turn it. All right, she's got a little itty bitty one trying to pop out the backside, so I gotta get her some water today, so that way she'll be okay. But yeah, no, forget this heat wave. Oh my God, it's doing murder on my plants. My babies, look at that. They're starting to yellow. My poor babies. Oh, it's okay. They're doing okay. They're doing okay. They're doing okay. Yeah, they're starting to yellow just a bit. That's all right. I can save them. I can save them. Tomato plant, she's going strong. She's starting to wilt a little bit right there, but that's okay. That's not bad. Right now, in the last video, I told you all that I would explain to you a little timeline. Yesterday, I didn't release anything. I apologize. Very basically, I fell asleep. Sleep is good. I finally got some sleep. I'm not grumpy anymore. So let's go in here and let's go talk about the timeline real quick, okay? Thank you all for watching. We're up to 11 subscribers now. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you to everyone who's been leaving comments as well. So before I fell asleep yesterday, wrote a timeline of events. This is the backside. Let me pause it real quick. 1 second. Okay, so I apologize if I hold on. Let me turn it around for you real quick. 1 second. Okay, I can fit the page on the page. So here we go. So September 2024, my personally protected information is stolen. I was unaware that the people who took it were going to sell and share it. Otherwise, I would not have given it to them. Right? They're the same people who took my wife's information. Okay. So a month later, several $100s are stolen out of our account, because anything that's mine is my wife's, my child's, right? So they stole money from our account. Several $100s worth of felonies worth over several transactions, right? Thankfully my bank helped us out with that. No one else did, okay? But credit union, you're amazing, okay? Fast forward a couple months, April 2025, so we're now into another year. Wife's ID and personal protective information are stolen. I find out who stole my info as well. Same company stole and share the info, okay? They sell and share the info to these people down here, okay? So same day, I find out due to company policy, so this is written out by the actual company themselves. I didn't write it, it was the company, sorry. I realized that I'm recording my feet more than I'm recording the page, so I apologize about that. A better charge for that, so y'all better subscribe. So I find out due to company policy that they purposely profile, right, which is illegal. You're not allowed to do that, but they profile, then sell or share said profile with 16 different agencies, 4 of which include, they state very specifically in their policies that it's law enforcement, so that would be police and sheriffs around here, right? Public officials, so city attorneys, city officials, city mayor, right? Government officials, so anyone that's not in the local city, but also state government officials and sheriff and all that, right? So again, you can't do that. And then others, right? They don't tell us who these others are, but again, there's 16 different agencies. These are just 4 of them, okay? But again, this does include city mayor, city attorney, and city police, etc. Okay, so over the course of the next month and a half, I spend my time speaking with different attorneys all across the state. Basically, let's say I speak to 100 different attorneys. Literally, only 3 different offices are able to help, and those 3 offices are booked out pretty much indefinitely, because again, there's only 3 offices for the entire area. But on May 21st, I leave a message with the city attorney's office. Next day, they tell me to, or they answer the phone, call me, and when I speak with them, they tell me to go to the local police because I have valid crimes, and then they will help me after I get papers, or they will help me after, okay? Because the police have to do their thing first, and then they're gonna help because they're friends with the police, right? It says so over here, and they stated that verbatim, okay? So because of that, we get our papers together, and I go to the police with my family. So in Lewiston Police Station, May 27th. This is a couple days after, right? So we had our privacy rights violated due to Idaho code. Had our rights violated by Officer 514 Johnny Raymond, who stated very specifically he has 2 years on the force, no complaints whatsoever. He was extremely smug, very happy about that. But again, he violated our rights multiple times, so I have a valid complaint against him. So if he has a, spick and spot career, then this will be the only smudge on that, right? But same day, I speak to his Sergeant Michael Top over the phone. Sergeant Michael Top's badge number is 430. He violates our rights over a recorded call. The call lasts 7 minutes and 22 seconds. He very blatantly just yells and screams and interrupts the entire time, and when I get fed up with it, I tell him that I'm gonna sue him for violation of rights, and because of that, he yells his captain's name and badge number and hangs up. It was a complete failure. I wasn't able to file a complaint or seek help filing any of the charges that I complained about originally. And then, let's see, told verbatim by both the badge 514 Johnny Raymond and badge 430 Sergeant Michael Top that there was no crime committed, and we were told very specifically, verbatim, that we were told to go back to the scene of the crime, that they would not help us. Johnny Raymond stated that, and again, we do have all of this recorded over the phone call, over a recording. Sorry. Let me pause and flip back over. Right. So again, now, because we're told to return to the scene of the crime unaided, we have to return to the scene of the crime and speak to the managers there about the issue. Okay, so June 10th, we basically get all of our stuff together and we head back. So I'm gonna just read what I wrote. So because we were told by multiple officers no crime was committed and they wouldn't do anything about it, and badge 514 Johnny Raymond told us to go back, so we went back to store. Store violated our rights on camera, so officers were called. Officer badge 430 Sergeant Michael Top responded, violated federal law several times, threatened arrest after knowing what I was doing was a constitutionally protected activity. I stated multiple federal codes, and I told him multiple different ways that basically what I'm doing is completely protected. He stated that he didn't care and he doesn't have to follow federal law. They only follow Idaho state code. And then right here, I'm going to continue. So he threatened arrest and walked away while I was explaining, and told me not to walk up on him, unlike his friends in the video. Right. So again, complete just denial of rights. So down here, June 10th, I speak to dispatch to complain. Left a message with Captain Reese, badge 357, needed to file multiple complaints and still needed to press charges. Right. That's what I explained over the course of the recorded message that I left. Okay, so June 11th, spoke to Captain Reese over a 25-plus minute phone call, explained to him 3 separate federal and state crimes, excuse me, and explained I had roughly 30-plus other crimes in total, and I needed help pressing charges, and that I needed to file 3 separate complaints, one for badge 514 and 2 for badge 430, which is the sergeant. I was hung up on because he didn't know who I was after a 25-minute phone call. He stated that verbatim. We had multiple rights violated there, multiple constitutionally protected rights violated. Okay, so because of that, I wrote several FOIA requests because the first wasn't detailed enough, and the second wasn't a FOIA request according to the city attorney. And even though it wasn't a FOIA request, she still tried to charge it was roughly $166 FOIA fee. But they want me to pay that before they'll release any information, and the city attorney stated that she was going to redact it because she doesn't have to have our best interests at heart, the public. Her clients are the city attorney, the city of Lewiston Police Department and the city of Lewiston itself. So basically she's going to obstruct and deny evidence and just this and that, because she doesn't have to follow federal law. She only has to follow Idaho code. So, spoke to Police Records Department Leah, specialist, on June 26th, who said the only one who can approve or deny anything in or out of a FOIA request, and these are the people who are also the ones to waive any fees, would be the city attorney's office. I was told very specifically to call the city attorney and ask them because she, the specialist, quote unquote, in the records department for the Lewiston Police Station, stated she had no power and she couldn't do anything. Okay, so because of that, called and spoke with the city attorney's office. June 26th, the Lorraine, I still don't know if that's how you spell her name. She refused to identify herself and any information, so I will actually go find that on the city of Lewiston website, so that's okay. But then there's the city of attorney Jennifer Tangano. I spoke with her later that day as well. So the first 15-minute interaction was with Lorraine. Both violated our rights over roughly an hour and 15 minutes. Again, the 15 plus interaction was the Lorraine. And then the hour plus... Sorry, other phone ran out of space. Had to pull this one out. So again, on June 26th, both Lorraine and City Attorney Jennifer Tangano violated our rights over roughly an hour and 15 minutes. They refused his service, they refused his help, and stated we were a waste of... this was specifically Jennifer Tangano who stated we were a waste of time and resources. Just like the same thing came out of Sergeant Michael Topp's mouth during our interaction at the store. He also stated that we were a waste of time, we were a waste of resources, and every time that we basically call for help like this, we were the ones breaking the law, and that we were going to get in trouble for it. And then again, that's why he threatened me with arrest. And he basically walked away and told me not to follow him. Very specifically, he told me, do not walk up on me. But he didn't tell that to any of his friends. But again, I'm sorry, back to the timeline. After we were told we were a waste of time and resources, we were told multiple times that her clients are only the city of Lewiston, and she doesn't have to follow federal law and only Idaho state code. Sorry, I had to have my wife write this because my hand started spazzing. But again, just, you guys think you don't have to follow federal law, you only have to follow Idaho state code. City attorney's office said that. Multiple officers in the city of Lewiston police department stated that. Again, you guys don't have to follow federal law, only Idaho state code, which that's a bunch of BS. I told you all multiple times that the Constitution very specifically protects us. Article 4 states that no other law other than the U.S. Constitution, right? There's no other law higher than the U.S. Constitution in the United States, okay? Basically, that's it. That's the law of the land. You have to follow the law, right? The reason for that, again, Article 4 of the, it's Articles of Confederation and the Constitution. They both basically protect us when we travel. So, for instance, I am not from here. My wife is not from here. My child is not from here. We are just visiting, right? When we are visiting from one area to another, we have the same rights guaranteed to us in our home state as, you know, when we travel, right? Like, it's Article 4. Article 4 protects us, okay? So when you guys go and you violate that, when you violate the Constitution, actual federal law, because you state that you only have to follow Idaho state code, that's conspiracy against rights. That's 18 U.S. Code 241 and 18 U.S. Code 242. Those are basically conspiracy against rights and then actual denial of rights under the color of law. So a city attorney should know this. I was told by Officer Badge 514 of the Lewiston Police Department, Johnny Raymond, that his supervisor was a 20-year veteran of the force. And then I was put in touch with Sergeant Michael Topp, who, from my research, he's been a training supervisor for 9 years, so he teaches the people underneath him to act the same way that he does, just to blatantly deny people their rights and to basically state that no crime is committed, you're a waste of time, go away, right? And if you call again, you're going to get in trouble for it, right? Like, they train their department to do that, and I have proof because I have Johnny Raymond doing that, I have Michael Topp doing that, and over a phone call and in person, and then I have Captain Reese, right, like over the course of the call, you can tell he's making me feel very, very like I'm a waste of time, even though I'm calling to file a formal complaint, and I'm calling to ask for charges to be filed against the store, actual charges, right? Like, because again, your city attorney people stated, hey, go here, they're going to help you, and then we'll help you, right? Like, again, you're not following your law, you're not following the federal law, you're not following any law except for the one that you just created in your head, which that's a big no-no. You swear an oath, you have to follow the oath. If you're not going to follow the oath, you're going to get in trouble. And when I say trouble, you're going to, fines, fees, penalties, right? Emotional distress, punitive damages, right? Jail time, prison time if multiple crimes are committed and it's bad enough, right? Like, so when I come to you and I say that I have 30 federal crimes and 30 state crimes that I need to report, and you don't want to help me with that, I already told you, that's misprision of felony. For those of you watching, that'll be a different video. This is just the timeline. I apologize that it's gone on this long. Thank you all for watching. Again, my name is Daddy, and I am learning how to law. So, if you liked the video, or if you enjoyed what you were watching, like the video, please. Comment if there's anything that you want to discuss, if there was anything that you didn't understand or you need more explanation on. Again, this is just a very, very basic timeline because, again, over the course of the weekend, I got almost no sleep. Now that I finally did get sleep, I'm remembering that I forgot to put stuff down on the paper, so it's okay. But you'll find out about that later. Next video is probably going to be something along the lines of either my qualifications, because I was told that I didn't have the necessary experience or know-how to be able to explain this, or that I couldn't make it understandable for all you people. But again, I'm going to follow that video. I'm going to start it off with, these are the different times that the city attorney interrupted me when I was explaining my experience, which was completely relevant to her denial. And then I'm going to launch that video with, here's my experience. So thank you all for watching. You have a good rest of your day. Again, that video is just going to be very brief, very basic, because I don't have to tell you guys everything, just what's relevant. So see you soon.